When I saw the lady who translated your articles to Spanish is from my country as well, it reinforced my belief that some of the tribes of Israel are here in America. Your message clicks with us. Since I was a child, I disagreed with the way the Catholics worship the images and paintings, etc., although I know Yah is just and he will know who was fooled but truly believed and who knew the truth but decided to stay wrong. I happen to be a poor person struggling to survive here in New York, but I pray every day to be blessed with money to donate a lot to you and your ministry. You never know. We may have to get together very soon, and I would love to fight what's coming with you. I have a ton of other things I'd like to say, but I will not waste much of your time. Just know you have a loyal follower here in New York City, and you are welcome to come visit Dominican Republic and maybe meet others like us who believe in the truth. If you read this, I'd love for you to mention this email on your show for me to play it for my friends, since they always ask me to contact you and I have never done it. Well, he's done it, folks. Take care, God bless, and we'll see each other someday, maybe here on earth or better yet in heaven. Count on one more warrior. And that's Umar from New York City. You know, I love those guys and women just all over the world standing up for the Lord. You know, he's standing everybody up. I know there's a strong mafia presence in New York, and I set one foot in New York, and it's going to set fireworks off. And so I've been laughing for a long time, because while they've been waiting for me to come to the front door, I've just had warriors hit it from behind. So New York, you're very well have been taken care of. In particular, one certain borough, but there's so much other work in New York City. I mean, there's like, what, seven boroughs in New York? And I'd love to get there and just take a boat ride around the city and stuff. And, you know, so much work to do. But that's another trip. That's going to have to be another plan, another trip, another month, a different time, because I just don't have the time this summer to squeeze it in. But I'd love to go to New York. But, you know, like I said, the Lord has already stood people up there, and he's standing more and more up. And so, you know, you guys would make a New York, or go to New York, get it in the rivers around the boroughs. You know, what is that, the Huron River, and then there's the ocean itself. You know, you want to find a good way of getting your entire borough. Throw a puck in the water about every mile, all the way around the borough, you know, and just get it up on top of the roofs of the buildings, get it in the gutters. You got flat roofs, get it in the flat roofs. You got those city grates, those tunnels under the city, throw it down in there. You know, the Lord will lead you where to put it. And so, yeah, you know, New York definitely needs it. Another email from a reader. Happy holiday, looking forward to another great show, thanks. Thank you. I hope you all had a nice holiday. I didn't really celebrate. I don't really try to put too much into these men's holidays, man-made holidays. Simply because I try to focus on the Lord's. Where are the ancient Mayans, Indians, or hybrid races of Atlantis right now on Earth? That's exactly where they are. The ancient races of Atlantis are the Mayans. The Mayan Indians, the Hopi Indians. Several of these Indian nations are the original children of the Atlanteans of Atlantis. Central and South America dominated, have moved up here into North America through some of the Indian races. Not all Indian races are hybrid races from Atlantis, though. I believe that some of these Indian races are actually part of the lost tribes of Israel that had migrated over from Israel. Because I see that a lot of time in the Bible codes. Well, it's the same thing, native and Indian, and there's some interesting things about some of the things they believed. And then you have... Don't worry, I took care of New York's chemtrails. There are no more. That's funny. Some of you guys really crack me up. Love the Warriors, you know. It's just such a huge difference between the elect and the religionists. It's just breath of fresh air when you're dealing with the Lord's people as opposed to just religionist, legalist freaks that remind you of the scribes and Pharisees the Lord couldn't stand. I had somebody send me an email that I answered the other day about the laws. Do you really expect us to follow all 613 laws? No. They didn't even do that in the Old Testament days. There was no one that followed all 613, simply because a lot of those laws pertain to the Levites. A lot of them pertain to things that didn't pertain to the women, that pertained to the men, or didn't, vice versa or whatever. The laws that were important were the civil laws, and being that, there wasn't supposed to be any usury, any interest charged on money loaned. And they had a set way of living, that if we were living today, we wouldn't be in debt up to our ears and slaves to our jobs. I was thinking yesterday, where's the joy of living? Where's the joy of living? All we are slaves. If you're not working 40, 80 hours a week supporting yourself, then there's no way to even survive on this earth. You'd be homeless. And so where's the joy in living, It's just like, Lord, I'm ready to go home. Tired of this place. Get me out of here. A couple more jobs to do, and I'm done. You're grateful. You get to the point you're grateful where, this earth isn't your home, that there's something much better awaiting, because, man, if this was all there was, I would just, wouldn't want to be here at all. But yeah, such a big difference. And so, no, you're not expected. The difference between, folks, the Old Covenant, and the New Covenant was that in the Old Covenant, the Ten Commandments and the laws were written on tablets. In the New Covenant, they're written on your heart. You get the Holy Spirit who leads and guides you into the law, into what you need to practice, into what you need to observe and follow for the Lord. They're required. All the sacrificial laws and offerings, all that's null and void with the resurrection of Jesus, because he defeated death. And that's the whole apostate and blasphemy thing. And this one kills me, folks. Okay, you have the entire church surrounding and cheering on this temple in Jerusalem and Israel being built. And let's send the Jews money and support the state of Israel. First of all, they've been laughing for 2,000 years since this church the dumb age started. Because we're supporting a bunch of atheists who hate the Lord, who hate Jesus, and serpent seed lines who are controlling Israel today. Zionism is not a religion, it's an ideology. It's a political ideology, and they hate the Lord. And so do you really think that the Lord would want us to support a group of serpent seed, ideologists, communists, who want to establish a one-world government and one-world religion for Satan? That's part of the whole apostasy of these churches today. And they worship Israel. They demand that the President of the United States be Israel's friend and support. And you know what the truth is? There is a good remnant of Israelites over there. But you know what? They're as helpless to change their Zionists as we are to change our New World Order Satan freaks here. And so we have a remnant of brethren over there. And those are the ones I do love and support, and those are the ones I would give my shirt off my back to, is our brethren that are there. But they are not the dominant ones over there. The dominant race in Israel today is the serpent seed line, and they're the Talmud worshippers, and they're the Zionists over there, and they have nothing to do with, they're not even real Jews, they're fake Jews. Okay, and so that's where a huge part of this whole hypocrisy thing comes in, with the churches today being aligned with Israel, and we have the Satanists, these Masons, who swear their oath and loyalty to Satan, to Lucifer. They're 32nd and 33rd degree Masons, Billy Graham, Kenneth Copeland, Benny Hinn, the list goes down the pike. There's 56,000 pastors leading our churches today that have given their oath of loyalty to Satan, to Lucifer. And then you have them cheerleading on and encouraging everybody on to support Israel, because they're all Satan's henchmen who are supporting the serpent seed, Satan's henchmen in Israel. It's all a conspiracy, folks. Do you see it? And a conspiracy is just this global plan to bring Satan to power and having the Christians fund it all. They're financing the entire thing. Does anybody see where the apostasy is? The apostasy, the hypocrisy. I mean, it just drives, ugh. And you wonder what